Hi, I'm T.R. Williams, County Executive.
Hi, I'm Keith Durham, Mayor of the City of Lawrenceburg, the birthplace of Southern gospel music and the home of David Crockett.
Hi everybody, I'm Alan Betts. I'm host president of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series held in Lawrenceburg.
On behalf of the citizens of Lawrence County,
I want to welcome you to the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
PSEC Productions, in association with K2 Media, proudly presents the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV Online. Now, live from the birthplace of Southern gospel music and the land of Crockett, with Stanley Wilson, here's J.P. Plant.
And welcome into the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. We are live in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and we are so glad to be here with you this afternoon, live on X Sports Radio Network and online at X Sports TV. As you are watching now live on xsportsradio.com, you can click there and see what's happening as the introductions of the teams are being announced. And Game 2 on the Denver Trap Field here today, Game 2 of the World Series, will feature the Ohio Valley champions from Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and the New England champions from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Good afternoon, everybody. J.P. Plant alongside with my partner, Stanley Wilson. Stanley, a lot of time and man hours and effort has gone in just to get to the World Series. It is so refreshing to finally be playing some baseball today.
It sure is. The teams got here Tuesday after some of them had a long trip. Didn't get in until Wednesday, early Wednesday morning, I should say. They got through about 1:30. And then last night, of course, the banquet with Johnny Bench. What a great performance he did for the kids. And I think everybody is ready for some baseball. And we've already got one game going on over in the other field. They're in the top of the second. Well, going to the bottom of the second right now. I think California is up 1-0. So we have got baseball here in Lawrenceburg finally.
Yes, we do. And, of course, for complete game schedules, broadcast schedules, and to follow along, you can simply go to xsportsradio.com. If you're watching, you've already found us there. And you can also follow on Twitter at xsportsradio, and we'll link up to the Babe Ruth World Series as well. And as you can see on the field, they are doing the code. We'll have the opening ceremonies coming out about 6:30 tonight. That will be right here on Denver Trap Field. And later on tonight, the East Tennessee champs, Stanley, are from Giles County, our neighbors to the east. As we've got the code of conduct on the field right now. You see they're from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And coming up, we've got our keys to the game. As we will get you ready for this one. We're going to take our first time out from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, as we get set for World Series action between Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts. You're listening and watching the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story & Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story & Lee.
We know when we come into Story & Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You got to come see Story & Lee.
Story & Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee. Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history.
All right, welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, Denver Trap Field, the Babe Ruth World Series. Eau Claire, Wisconsin versus Pittsfield, Massachusetts. And we are set for action. First pitch on the way. There's a line drive into center field. And a catch is made for out number one. One pitch, one out here to start this one.
These keys to the game brought to you by Williams Auto Sales and Auto Credit. Next time you're looking for a car or truck, go see Bobby or Riley for your new set of keys. And both of these teams, they just got to settle down, play the baseball. What got them here is good fundamental baseball, and that's what they got to look for right here. Get all the nerves out, especially after this first inning, and then it's just another game to them.
All right. So as we get set up here, one out here in the top of the first, and the hitter will be Murphy. And there's a foul ball off to the right side. There's the pitch. It is low. 2-1 the count. One out. Just underway. Top of the first. Wisconsin and Massachusetts from Denver Trap Field. There's a strike. Count even at 2-2. See the fans waving if you're watching on Exports TV. Temperatures in the mid-80s, but a nice little breeze. There's a chip and a foul, and we got our Martin Methodist weather update, Stanley.
Yeah, this weather report brought to you by Martin Methodist College, paving the path to success for thousands of graduates since 1870. It's 86 degrees. The wind's blowing left to right here. A pleasant afternoon here in Lawrenceburg with no clouds in the sky.
All right, there's a chopper to the right side. Pitcher comes off the mound, going to toss it on to first in time. Out number two, and 2 up, 2 down here to start this one for the team from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. Beautiful day for baseball. Temperature, Stanley, you mentioned the weather. We were in the 90s for most of the week and even close to 100 over the weekend. But we have cooled off into the mid-80s today, and we're going to stay in that pattern, mid to upper 80s, for the better part of this World Series. Number 3 hitter, there's a swing and a miss for a strike, 0-1 the count.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how these guys can adapt to the sun here. It's a high sky today. I noticed a lot of the fielders have some sunglasses on in center field.
Mestry with the strike there. 0-2 the count as Murphy is the hitter.
Got our new scoreboards up here.
That's right. We'll see those from time to time. We'll get some video shots if you're watching on Exports TV. And here's the 0-2. Nearly hit him, did it? I think it did. Hit his foot, so a free pass for the team from Eau Claire, Wisconsin.
First runner of the game. Top of the first here.
So Tyler Greenland will step up to the plate for Eau Claire. Hits from the left side, runner at first. Takes his lead. There's a off-speed pitch. It is high, 1-0 the count. As Vinny stands at first. Throw back over and making sure Vinny gets his freshly new uniform a little dirty, Stanley.
You got to get
it's
it
now
dirty.
Official. Slightly open stance. There's a pitch inside corner for a strike. Count evens at 1-1 to Greenland.
Of course, Lawrenceburg will begin action tonight. Scheduled start time at 8 o'clock against Fargo, North Dakota.
The pitch is a little low inside.
We'll have that game right here on this field, the Denver Trap Field.
Throw back over to first. Back in time is Vinny. Walker holding at first. Flynn is at second. DiMartino at short. Caldry is at third. for the New England champs. Here's the 2-1. Inside, throw back over, not in time.
Catcher throwing it down there quick, trying to catch him asleep at first base. He had wandered off a little bit. Got a hitter's count here.
All right. Fouled away to the left side, out of play. Count is full, 3-2.
Runner will be going here, JP.
Here's the pitch. He's not going, and it's just outside for a ball, so runner's going to be at first and second with 2 outs.
Yeah, I think he lost track of the count there. You run on a 3-2 with 2 out. All you got to do is make sure the pitcher is committed to going to home plate. So now they got 2 runners on with 2 out, JP, so they've got a little 2-out rally going here. Eau Claire in their red uniforms.
Here's Mestry. Swing and a miss, a big cut.
One of the coaches were up here getting the lineup. He said, I don't know about this weather. It's hot. I said, man, you ain't seen hot.
Yeah.
This is nice today for us.
Middy's down today. That pitch is outside. Count even at 1-1.
Where they come from in Wisconsin, beautiful summers up there.
Oh, yeah. No score here. Top of the first. Wisconsin, there's a runner going to third. Throw is in time for the pickoff. And third out of the inning. So a runner left on base. No runs, no hits, no errors. We play the top of the first. Pittsfield, Massachusetts, coming to the plate. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X-Sports Radio Network and X-Sports TV.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
And welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. As go to the bottom of the first, no score. And Pittsfield, Massachusetts, the New England champs, will get things started off and leading off.
Isaiah
Mestry, the pitcher.
Great throw by Brett Murphy, their catcher for Massachusetts. Throwing out the runner at third to end the inning at the top of the first. Tie ball game on the other field, 1-1, Texas and California, and going to the bottom of the second.
All right, so first pitch from Wisconsin is a bit high. Want to know the count.
Denver Trap Field. These field conditions and dimensions brought to you by USAVE Car and Truck Rental. Next time you need to rent a vehicle, call USAVE where you can save some money. It's $375 to dead center field. Left field is $336 and $336 down the right field line. A little bit bigger than the Tom Cruise field. The foul territory about the same. Bullpens in the corners.
Shaler on the mound. First two pitches have been high. 2-0 the count. And that one a little lower, but still high. 3-0 the count.
Young man struggling a little bit here.
Levi Shaler.
maybe dealing with some nerves in this first batter.
There's a strike on the outside corner. 3-1. I think we're all dealing with a little nerves here, Stanley.
Yeah, we just got, this is new to us.
New to all of us. There's a swing and a miss and a strike. Count to full now, 3-2. Yeah, the maiden voyage on Exports TV this afternoon. Started about 3 o'clock on Tom Cruise Field. Here's a payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Mestry. And Shaler battles back, Stanley.
He did. He went down 3-0 on the batter, then came back through 3 straight strikes to strike him out. A good play, good pitching by Shaler here early.
So 1 out here in the bottom of the first, no score between Wisconsin and Massachusetts. That one fouled away, 0-1 the count. There's the 0-1. It is a little high. Evens it up at 1-1. Drew DiMartino, the hitter, hits from the right side for Pittsfield, wearing the Navy uniforms with white trim and white pants. There's a grounder, a little short. Will it stay fair? And it just goes foul.
It hugged the line down third base, but it just rolled foul. So he'll get another chance at it with a 1-2 count. Playing him straight away. A little shallow out there.
Here's the 1-2. That is way high.
Goes all the way to the screen. A lot of foul territory, as I mentioned, down both sides and behind the plate. There's that brick wall, block wall, I should say. It can come back right back to the catcher.
2-2 coming. And in the dirt, count will run full to DiMartino.
He threw the breaking ball on a 2-2 count, tried to make him chase it outside the strike zone, but DiMartino held up.
There's a payoff, and it is high and inside. And a 1-out walk for Massachusetts. Team from Pittsfield went undefeated in the New England region and defeated the host team from Trumbull in the championship game. Throw over to first, back in time is DiMartino. Jacob McNeese, the hitter, hits from the right side, open stance for Pittsfield. And that is high, 1-0 the count.
You read the code of conduct, the Babe Ruth code of conduct before the game. One player from the home team does that. Shaler worried about the runner at first, DiMartino. Getting a lead over there.
Calchera holding him on. That pitch is inside. 2-0 the count. Keegan Calchera at first. Prissel at second. Vinny at short. Hudchek is at third. Here's the pitch from Shaler. That one's high. 3-0. So maybe struggle a little bit, Stanley, with the mound and his release, and that will prompt the coach from Eau Claire to come out of the mound.
Isaac Hunter wants to come out, talk to his pitcher, settle him down just a little bit here in the top of the first inning. I know nerves have got to be working on him a little bit here in this World Series. Lots of activities leading up to this game. Yesterday, they had the skills competition. Our own Jacob Laws won the home run derby.
That's right. Second year in a row. He won it in Ocala, Florida, as a 14-year-old last summer. Three-0 the count. 1 out. Bottom of the first, no score. Time asked for by McNeese and granted by the home plate umpire. 3 umpires on each field, each game at the World Series. There's the pitch, just a bit high, and back-to-back walks from Shaler. Runners are at first and second with 1 out for Pittsfield, Massachusetts.
So Massachusetts got a 1-out rally going here, JP. Shaler's got to bear down, try to throw something low in the strike zone and induce a ground ball.
Jay Cooney, the hitter. Hits on the right side. Pitch from Shaler with 2 runners on. Is a strike outside corner, 0-1 the count.
Yeah, just caught that corner. That wind blowing right to left to right field. These right-handed hitters, they need to be looking at something to go the other way.
Here's the 0-1. That's in the dirt. Nice stop there by Greenland.
Shaler took a long time to look back, and he was already in his windup before he turned around to look to the plate. I like it when a pitcher gets his spot and just stays right on it. Let's see what he does here. Looks back to second.
There's a drive into shallow center field. Coming in is Koska. Now has a beat on it. Makes the grab for the second out of the inning. The runners will hold up at first and second.
So Shaler's trying to work himself out of it, and he needed that pop-up right there. Now they've got 2 out. And you got the catcher coming up for Massachusetts, Brett Murphy. Made a nice throw at the top of the first inning, get a runner out at third.
Yeah, that was a nice throw, and he had to be thrilled to meet Johnny Bench last night. Bench actually had all the catchers of the teams take a photo, just the catchers with him, in addition to all the team photos. First pitch to him, grounded to third. Picked up by Hudchek. Hops on the back for the 3rd out of the inning. And Pittsfield goes down in the first. We've played 1 inning, no score, from Dimmer Trap Field, Game 2 of the 2015 World Series from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, on the X Sports Radio Network and X Sports TV.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee. Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Welcome back. In Lawrenceburg, Babe Ruth World Series. No score. Go to the top of the second. Hitter for Eau Claire, Wisconsin, Logan Irvine. Has a 1-1 count to Mestrey, fouled away.
Logan looks like he could take it over the fence easily.
Got a little power. Slightly open stance, hits from the right side. Here's the pitch. Has way in the dirt.
Bounce that one up there, trying to throw a curveball.
Well, I know the home plate and the pitcher's mound got a facelift, if you will, before this World Series. A little extra dirt. Built it up a little bit. And there's a swing and a miss and a strikeout. One man gone here in the second. And these are the first really first time that the mound has been used since it's had the dirt added to it. It's going to take a little bit of a breaking in, if you will. Field is in excellent condition, though. There's a strike on the outside corner from Mestry. 0-1 the count. That pitch is low. Keegan Calchera, the first baseman, at the plate for Wisconsin. Strike catches the outside corner. And the count now 1-2. There's a nice hook, Stanley. Back-to-back strikeouts by Mestry.
Well, that's a good pitch right there. He got out in front 1-2. Usually you want to throw something away out of the strike zone and make them chase it, but that time he caught the corner. So good pitching out there.
So Levi Schuler steps in the batter's box, another right-hander for Wisconsin. First pitch from Mestry is a strike.
Yeah.
Schaller. There we go. Pitch is low. 1-1. Two outs here in the top of the second. No score. That's popped up towards the right side. Flynn going back into the grass in right field. Makes the grab for the third out. 1-2-3 goes Wisconsin in the second. Pittsfield coming up. We'll have that for you when we return to Lawrenceburg in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the X-Sports Radio Network and X-Sports TV.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Texting while driving.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, the Babe Ruth World Series. We head to the bottom of the second. Pittsfield, Massachusetts, up to the plate. And up in the batter's box, Tyler Cowdrey for Pittsfield. Hits for the right side. There's a strike from Levi Schaller. 1-1 the count. Righty on righty. All-speed pitch coming. That one's a little high. 2-1. JP Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you. On the X-Sports Radio Network, X-Sports TV, and part of the Babe Ruth Network as well. Pitch is fouled away. 2-2. And this broadcast, this maiden broadcast, if you will, first day for X-Sports TV, is presented by Valentine Enterprises. Oh, that hits him right in the back.
So the leadoff man will be on for Massachusetts here in the bottom of the second inning. Over in the other field, it's still 1-1. Going to the bottom of the third between Texas and California. The National Division. Lawrenceburg is in the American Division on this field at Denver Trap. All their games will be played on Denver Trap Field. The Giles County, Tennessee team will be on the other field, of course, the Tom Cruise Field.
Noah Santos with a wide open stance on the left side. Runner at first. Nobody out. Bottom of the second. That pitch is outside for a ball.
Well, he's a lefty here with that wind blowing out to right field, JP. And they're giving him a gap there between right and center. The right fielder shading over toward the foul line.
There's a pitch is low. 2-0 the count. Nobody out, runner at first. That's high, 3-0. Noah Santos at the plate. Caldry is at first. And 4-pitch walk. Runners at first and second for Massachusetts. And Greenland wants to go talk to his pitcher, Schaller.
Having a little control problems right now. 2 walks back to back. No activity in the bullpen. That is our ball boys out there in the bullpen. They were shagging the balls.
There you go. Got bat boys and ball boys and ball girls, ambassadors.
A lot of folks involved in this.
That's right.
Production of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series.
Squared around to bunt. Did McNeese, Jacob McNeese, that is fouled away, 0-1 the count.
Massachusetts trying to get some runners in scoring position here with nobody out. Getting down to the end of their lineup and trying to move their lineup back up to the top of the order.
It's a time asked for. Flynn, the hitter. Has an 0-1 count. Runners at first and second with nobody out. Schaller will spin around. Send Caldry scurrying back to second.
Well, nobody was covering the bag, so he put it in his pocket, back in his glove, I should say.
Wise choice. Here's the pitch. Squaring around again. Lays it down to the right side. Coming off the mound is Schaller. One place to go, and that is first base. As that was Calchera who made it back to the bag to cover, but he moves the runners up. Caldry and Santos now stand at third and second, respectively, with 1 out. And the batter will be Devin Walker, lefty, with 2 runners in scoring position in a scoreless game.
Walker, a left-handed batter. As I mentioned, that wind blowing out toward right field.
First pitch popped up, going to be out of play. In between, there's a bouncing ball. Got to keep your heads up if you're in between the fields.
Yeah, if you're coming out here to the park tonight for the Lawrenceburg game and you're walking around, just keep aware. When you hear a ping of a bat, there may be a foul ball coming your way.
Heed the call when someone yells heads up. Here's the 0-1. And a nice curveball. Strike catches the outside corner. 1-1, 0-2 the count now.
Yeah, Shaler started that one outside and brought it back over the plate.
Bottom of the second, no score, but Massachusetts threatening. There's a line drive grounder. Gets past the second baseman, Prissel, into center field. 1 run will score. And Massachusetts gets on the board first. That was a hot shot. Maybe ruled a base hit, Stanley, but either way, Massachusetts scores.
With 1 out, they held the runner up at third. He may have had a chance to score, but with 1 out, you don't want to make it out the second out at home. So Coach Tom Rizzo holds them up. So with runners at first and third, JP, something's going to go on here with the play as Paulskill has gone out and made some defensive signals for Wisconsin.
All right, they give him a hit on that one. I agree with that. Runners at the corner. One out. There goes.
That was a delayed steal.
First, it was.
He didn't run. He got about a third of the way down to second, and the ball was in the catcher's mitt. Then he took off, but no throw from the catcher. So now they got 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out.
Curveball comes in. Whiteley, the hitter. 2-0 the count, but now has 2 runners in scoring position. Santos is at third, and Walker is at second. There's a strike on the outside corner. 2-1 the count. Still tied at 1 on Tom Cruise Field, Texas and California. They're in the 3rd inning. 1-0 Massachusetts on Denver Trap Field. That one fouled away back towards the concession stand, which, by the way, if you're listening to us on the radio, making your way to the ballpark, you may want to get here early because the special today, Stanley, at the Kiwanis concession stand, prime rib sandwiches. How about that?
I've got one on reserve.
That pitch is high. Gets past Greenland. Nobody is moving as he gets back to it in time. 3-2. The count is full to Anthony Whiteley. Expect Santos and Walker to get a little extra lead on this payoff pitch with 1 out. Here it is. Curveball in the dirt. It is low. Nice stop there by Greenland. So Whiteley makes his way to first base. So Mestry, the pitcher, bases loaded. Big chance to help his cause. First pitch from Schaller is high and inside, 1-0. Nowhere to put Mestry as the bases are loaded. Full of the boys from Pittsfield, Massachusetts. The New England champs facing the Ohio Valley champs. Time asked for and called.
Wisconsin's looking for a ground ball here.
Here's the 1-0. He's got that curveball working. When he's got it working, it is hard to hit. That's over for a strike, 1-1.
They're not covering first base, of course, but he's playing behind him. That's kind of unusual. I thought he might come up a little bit.
There's a short grounder to third. Coming in is Hudchek, going home. Gets one there. Nice heads-up play by Hudchek. Knew exactly where he wanted to go. Gets the force and the leading runner at home. Score remains 1-0. There are now 2 outs, and the bases are still loaded for the new hitter.
Number 7, Drew DiMartino.
And Drew DiMartino, the shortstop, steps in for the right side. Now with 2 outs. Infield at regular depth for Wisconsin. Grounder to the left side. Coming in is Vinny. Long throw to first. Is it in time? No. A run scores as Vinny had a long way to move to his right and then had to throw back across his arm, and a great hustle by the hitter.
Well, Hudchek went after it from his third base spot, but he couldn't get to it, and Vinny had to circle around, and by that time he had to make a long throw over to first base and not in time, so they scored their second run, Massachusetts, to go up 2-0.
Time called for as the new hitter, Jacob McNeese, hits for the right side. There's the pitch. It is high for a ball, 1-0. So Walker scoring the second run for Massachusetts. Here's the 1-0 outside. 2-0. Game 2 on this field. Game 4 of the World Series. The host team from Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County will take on Fargo, North Dakota. It's at 8 o'clock tonight. That pitch is fouled away. Got opening ceremonies coming up around 6:30 on this field, Denver Trap. We are going to effort to carry that live for you on Exports TV. That pitch is inside for a strike on McNeese.
Look at that corner there, and he's crowding the plate. Shaler came in on him, but it called strike, so 2-2 now.
Swing and a miss. And Schaller gets out of the inning, but Massachusetts gets on the board first. 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 runners left on base, no errors. We played 2. It's Pittsfield, Mass 2. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, nothing. This is the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Martin Methodist College.
And we welcome you back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, and the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. J.P. Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, and Pittsfield, Massachusetts, 2-0. The team from Massachusetts, your score. And here with the play-by-play for the middle innings, Stanley G. Wilson.
All right, J.P. Wisconsin looking to get back those 2 runs they gave up in the bottom of the second here in the top of the third. Let's check. The third baseman will lead off. First pitch to him is called strike on the outside corner. 0-1 now. Still 1-1 on the other field. Texas and California going to the bottom of the fourth. Here's the wind and the pitch. Caught the corner for strike 2, so 0-2 now. Here's the pitch, check swing, and they said he went, but the catcher dropped it, so he's still alive.
I remind you, the broadcast today on TV in First Tennessee Bank.
He called, 1 out, corner. So Mystery doing a good job out there for Massachusetts. Does not get up a hit so far. There's a wind and the first pitch, ball way outside. The batter is Paul Skill. Swung on and missed, strike 1. 1-1 now, evens it up. Folks starting to file in here. There's a wind and the pitch. Swung on, fouled off. 1-2 now, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Massachusetts up 2-0. Swung on, ground ball toward first. He's up with it. He's going to step on the bag himself and do an unassisted out. So 2 out now. As Walker took care of business over at first.
Second baseman, number 2, Ben
Ben Preisel will come up. First pitch to him, a ball. Swung on, tap down the third base line. He said it's off his foot. Off his foot, so that'll be ruled a foul ball. He's going to walk it off a little bit. That had to sting right on his foot. He's back in there. He's ready to go. Mystery looks in, gets his sign. He winds and he fires. Strike in there. 1-2 now. Here's a wind pitch to Bristol inside. Evens it up at 2-2. 2-0 here. Massachusetts with the lead. Leclerc, Wisconsin at bat. Here's the wind and the pitch. Check swing. They got him. So that'll do it. 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third. Your score: Massachusetts 2, Wisconsin nothing. You're listening to Exports Radio Network and Exports TV. Back in a moment.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We're in the 2015 Babe Ruth All-Stars, 15-year-olds. First game on Denver Trap Field, Massachusetts and Wisconsin. We go to the bottom of the third. Massachusetts leading 2-0. They got those 2 runs in the bottom of the second. Jack Cooney will be the batter to lead off for the Pittsfield, Massachusetts team. Shaler's still out there for Wisconsin. He winds and he fires. Swung on, ground ball toward third. He'll check up with it. Long throw over to the first, in time for the first out. 1 swing, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Going to bring up Murphy, the catcher for the Massachusetts team.
Catcher, number 28, Brett Murphy.
Cowdrey on deck. First pitch to Murphy. Breaking ball misses low. 1-0. Here's a pitch. Misses. 2-0 now. Chandler looks in, gets his sign. He winds and he fires. Ball misses outside. 3-0 now. Murphy steps out, takes a long look down to third base, and he's ready to step back in. Sure, he's got the take sign here on a 3-0 pitch. Let's see. Ball 4, so a 4-pitch walk gets Murphy on with 1 out in the bottom of the third. Brings up Massachusetts player Tyler Cowdrey. He walked and scored a run. Ball low. 1-0 now. Got to throw over to first. Not in time. Runner gets his lead at first. Winding the pitch. Strike in there. Caught the corner on the inside part of the plate. Evens it up at 1-1 now. Still that strong wind blowing to right field. Chandler throws over to first. And this one's a little bit closer, but he's back in there. Hit first by Murphy. Caldry, your batter for Massachusetts. Winding the pitch. Swung on, popped up in the infield. Murphy was going. He's going to have to get back, and he will easily as the second baseman takes care of it. Crystal went back in the outfield grass and caught it. So 2 out now. I'm going to bring up Noah Santos. Santos, a left-handed batter. Throw over to first. He's back in time. 2-0. Massachusetts with the lead over Wisconsin. Bottom of the third, 2 out here. Massachusetts scored their runs in the last inning. Ball inside. Santos steps out, looks down to third base, gets his sign. Now he's ready. Open stance at the plate. Runner going, ball low, throw down to second. One hops it, and he's out of there. Grunland one hopped it down to second base, but it was in time. So that'll do it for Massachusetts in their half of the third. We go to the top of the fourth inning. Your score, Massachusetts 2, Wisconsin nothing. You listen to X Sports Radio and X Sports Radio TV video. Back in a moment.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We go to the top of the fourth inning of this first game on the Denver Trap Field. Massachusetts leading 2-0. Wisconsin coming up. Leading off for Wisconsin will be Jackson Koska. Waiting on the catcher, Murphy, who was thrown out at second base to end the last inning. He takes a warm-up toss and throws it all the way down to second base, and we'll be ready to go here. I want to welcome everybody listening and watching on xsportsradio.com. It's a beautiful day here. High sky, wind blowing out to right field. Another game in progress. California is up 2-1 now in the top of the fifth inning over Texas. 2-1 California over Texas in the top of the fifth. This game, Massachusetts up 2-0. First pitch on the way. Outside for ball one. Koska, the batter. He steps out, looks down. Gets his signals from Isaac Hunter, the manager. Swung on ground ball toward first. He's up with it. Just off the end of the bat, and he's going to take care of it easily as Walker. So 1 out as Walker takes care of Koska. That'll bring up Trey Moore, the batter for Wisconsin. Mr. going all the way for Massachusetts out there. He squares around and bunts it foul. This game update brought to you by Express Med. If you're sick, we're quick. Wisconsin, all zeros, no runs, no hits, no errors. Massachusetts with 2 runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Top of the 4th inning here. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 1-1 now. Here's the wind of the pitch outside. Makes it 2-1 now. 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Massachusetts leading 2-0. Ball low. Runs it to 3-1 now, so a hitter's count here. So that one's fouled off at the plate. Runs it full, 3-2. Trey Moore, the batter. Nestor looks in, gets his sign. He winds and he fires. 3-2 pitch. In there for strike 3. A little delay from my umpires. So a strikeout called looking. Makes it 2 out now. That'll bring up Ryan Vinny. Shortstop for Wisconsin. Vinny batting left-handed here, opening up that stance a little bit. Here's Nestor's first pitch. Inside for ball 1. Nestor winds and he fires. Ball 2 outside. Two 2-0 count, 2 out. Top of the 4th inning. Nestor winds and fires. Swung on, ground ball right back to him. He's going to jog over to first and just lob it over there for the 3rd out. So that'll do it. 1-2-3 for Wisconsin in their half of the 4th inning. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Your score, Massachusetts 2, Wisconsin nothing. You're listening to exportsradio.com. Back in a moment.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Massachusetts and Wisconsin. Massachusetts, the home team here in this 2015 Babe Ruth World Series opening round. It's pool play. All teams will play 4 games, and then they'll look at the standings, and if there's ties, I believe it goes by the least number of runs allowed, and there's another, if they're still tied after that, there's another tiebreaker. We're not sure exactly what that one would be. We'll get that updated. Went to the coaches' breakfast yesterday. The Lawrenceburg Lions Elks Lodge hosted that. Fed all the coaches. A very nice thing to do. So here we go in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch on its way, ball outside. Leading off for Massachusetts is Noah Santos. He was the batter in the last inning when Murphy got thrown out at second. Swung on, popped up out of play to the third base side, and it will just make it into the grandstands. We've got temporary seating down the right field line and brought some grandstands in for the left field line. Shaler looks in, winds, and he fires. Santos thought about going on for it, but he lets up, so it's ball 2, 2-1 now. Massachusetts leading 2-0. Here's the wind of the pitch. Strike called. 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch on its way. Ground ball toward third, and they're going to say it's a foul ball. Hutchek was trying to backhand it right at the bag, but it went foul. Luckily for Wisconsin, that could have been a double easily for Santos. Shaler going all the way for Wisconsin. Here's the wind and the pitch by him. Ball upstairs, 3-2 now, full count. Nobody out. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3. Foul tipped it, but the catcher, Grunland, hung on to it. So that'll be the first out here in the bottom of the fourth. So Jacob Flynn will come up. For Massachusetts with 1 out. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on, ground ball toward third, foul. 0-1. California's still up 2-1, and they're going to the 6th inning, top of the 6th inning. California, the home team there. That one's in there for a strike. 0-2 now. That one's fouled off out of play behind us. You got to assume pitching and defense got these teams to this World Series. That one swung on and missed, strike 3. Dropped the ball, they got to throw it down to first, and they do for the out. So 2 out now. Bases clear. And Massachusetts will be sending up Devon Walker. First baseman for the Pittsfield, Massachusetts team. Eau Claire, Wisconsin out in the field here. They're the visitors. That one swung on and fouled off. It was up in his eyes and took a hack at it. Coach Rizzo telling him, watch it. They could be in the strike zone. 0-1 now. Here's the wind and the pitch. Strike in there. 0-2. That one popped up out of play. Oh, 2 count, 2 out. Shaler looks in, gets his sign, winds and he fires way outside, trying to make him chase one. 1-2 now. Walker steps back in there. Shaler winds and fires, ground ball towards second. He's up with it and he can't handle it, and the runner's going to be safe at first base. So Prissel couldn't handle the grounder. Looked like Shaler had a chance at it, but he went by him, and Prissler may have tried to get in a hurry right there. They haven't ruled a hit or an error yet. Throw over to first. He's back. Brett Murphy, the batter, the catcher for Massachusetts. Anthony Whitley. Ball gets away from first baseman. The runner's going to take off towards second, and he's going to get there with no throw. This is 24, Whiteley. I apologize about that. Now we're ready. No count on the batter, 2 out, but the runner's down at second base by an error. Now they got 2 errors up, so that was an error on the second baseman. Swung on. There's a shot down the third base line, but it's foul. Just hooked foul. He was out in front of it, Whiteley was. All this action has come after 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning for Massachusetts. Ball inside. Taylor at the stretch, looks back to second, winds and throws to the plate, ball in the dirt. So it's 2-1 now with 2 out. Runner still at second base for Massachusetts. 2 errors here in this inning by Wisconsin has allowed the runner to get around to second base. Here's the line in the pitch. He tried to hold up, and he does, and the ball's in the dirt, so the batter thought it was 3 balls, but it's only 2 balls, so he'll have to come back. He was on his way to first base. It'll be a 3-1 count now with 2 out. Shaler looks in. He wants to throw back to second. Nobody there. He's just trying to get the runner to come back. Anthony Whiteley, the batter, swung on ground ball towards short. It comes up on him. He can't handle it, and he's no throw attempt to first. So a grounder to short that he could not handle moves the runner over to third. Now they'll have runners at first and third with 2 out. And Isaiah Mestry, the pitcher, will be coming up. Brennan calls timeout. And Tyler's going to make some defensive calls out there from his catcher's position for Wisconsin. So 2 out. Shadler's got to bear down here if he wants to get out of this one, but Mestry's trying to find a hit right here and score a run to help his own cause. Here's the line in the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 1. Throw down to second. And he's safe. He just got in there. The second baseman came over and flashed in front of the shortstop like he was going to catch it, but he let the ball go through. That kept the runner at third, and it was closer at second than I thought it would be. So now they got 2 runners in scoring position with 2 out. First base open, and runners at second and third. Mestry, your batter. Here's the line and the pitch to him. And that hits him, so the base is going to be loaded for Massachusetts with 2 out. Greenland going to call timeout and go talk to his pitcher, settle him down a little bit after that hit batsman. Will load him up. So Massachusetts will send up Drew DiMartino. He's going to be stepping in here.
Shortstop, number 7, Drew DiMartino.
Bases loaded. Juan in the pitch to him. Ball high. 1-0. Nowhere to put him. Shedler got the first 2 outs in this inning, but Massachusetts has got a 2-out rally going here with the bases loaded with the help of Wisconsin's 3 errors. That one's high. A hit batsman. 3 Wisconsin errors. Massachusetts has yet to get a hit here, but trying to change it right here. Ball high. 3-0 now, so he's got to come to him. And I'm sure Drew has got the take sign here from Coach Rizzo. Let's see if he swings away. That one's high. That's going to get a run in. We've got some action in the bullpen, but no movement from the coaching staff from Wisconsin right now. 3-0 now, Massachusetts up. As I said, all this damage is being done after 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. McNeese will step up there for Massachusetts. Winding a pitch, ball high. Don't have a pitch count on Shaler, but he's been out there for a while. Bottom of the 4th inning here, 2 out. Here's the wind and the pitch. Ball way upstairs. Finding some control problems here. Shaler looks over to third and fires the plate. Ball 3. 3-0 now. Squaring around the bunt, pulls it back, of course, just trying to draw attention to Shaler, and he throws a strike in there, though. It's 3-1 now. So he's probably got the swing away right here with 3-1 count. Here's the wind and the pitch. Swung on, fly ball toward left field. It's going to get down. 1 run is going to be in. They're going to wave another run. Here's a throw to the plate, and it's not going to be anywhere near. So Jake McNeese strokes one down the left field line. With 2 out, the runners were going, and they score 2 on that one. And the Wisconsin pitcher is struggling out there, and his coach is going to come out there, and he's going to get the ball from him. So while we got a break in the action, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back in a moment. Your score, 5-0, Massachusetts over Wisconsin. You're listening to exportsradio.com and Exports Video. Back in a moment.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name, Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
Welcome back here. We've got a pitching change here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Massachusetts has scored 3 runs on just 1 hit. Wisconsin's committed 3 errors in this inning to help out the Massachusetts team. And Kyle Wilson will come on for Eau Claire. And he'll be the relief pitcher here of Levi Shaler. Wilson on the mound. He steps in here with 2 out now, with runners at first and second. Getting his warm-up tosses in, and now Greenland's going to want to go out and talk to him, make sure they get the signs right with the runner at second base. 2 out here, and Massachusetts will have Jack Cooney coming up. That call to the bullpen brought to you by Farm Bureau of Tennessee in Lawrence and Giles County. Call Farm Bureau today and get your insurance checkup. The runners will get their lead at first and second. Wilson working from the stretch. He winds and he fires the play. There's a shot toward left field. It's going to get down. And they're going to send the runner. He stumbles a little bit. Here's the throw to the plate. They're not going to cut it, and he's going to be safe. Runner from second is going down to third. He slides in head first. So Massachusetts kind of widening the gap here as they score another run to make it 6-0. 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. And Brett Murphy, the catcher for Massachusetts, will step up with runners at first and third. So Cooney laced one into center left field. Ball in the dirt, and there he goes off to second, but no throw. Well, catcher's indiscretion will get him down to second base. So 2 runners in scoring position again for Massachusetts, still 2 out. Wisconsin looking for that last out. It's hard to get right here. They've given up 2 runs in this inning, but Wisconsin's committed 3 errors. Here's the wind of the pitch, ball outside. Evens it up. Goes to 2-0. 2-0 now. 6-0. Massachusetts scoring 4 here in the bottom of the 4th. Trying to get more. Here's the one pitch. Ground ball towards second. Stays on the ground and it goes off of his knee into right field, but it's far enough for the runner to come around third base, so that'll score 2 on the error. So it'll be 8-0 now, Massachusetts. As Wisconsin is having their problems out in the field. 4 errors all in this inning for Wisconsin. So Tyler Cowdery will step up. He's the third baseman for Massachusetts. Still 2 out here. Strike in there. 0-1. Wisconsin has been out in the field forever, it seems like. Well, those guys are ready to come in and get a sip of water and go back to hitting the ball. Ball inside. Evens it up at 1-1 now. Wilson working from the stretch. Looks over to first. Ground ball foul down the left field line. Count goes to 1-2 now. Wilson in relief, looks, fires. Check swing, they call a strike. And that'll do it. That'll be 3 outs. And everybody's confused. Now they get it all straight. So that's the end of the inning. They score 6 runs on 4 errors and only on 2 hits. Your score going to the top of the 5th inning. Massachusetts 8, Wisconsin nothing. You're listening to Exports Radio and Exports TV. Back in a moment.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Welcome back here to Denver Trap Field. Massachusetts scoring 6 runs in their half of the 4th inning. They're up 8-0 now as we go to the top of the 5th, and Mestry still on the mound for Massachusetts, pitching a fine game. Has yet to give up a hit, and Massachusetts has yet to commit an error. Wisconsin is going to look to get back in this ball game. They got the 5th, 6th, and 7th innings to do it. And Tyler Greenland, the catcher for Massachusetts, will lead off. He's a left-handed batter. Where's number 5? The same number that the gentleman he met last night, Johnny Bench. keynote speaker last night at the Banquet of Champions, where they got to introduce all the players from all the teams. It was a special night at Lawrence County High School Gymnasium. Mystery back on the mound. Murphy and all the gang from the infield come out there, have a little powwow, and they're ready to go. Tyler Greenland will be leading off for Eau Claire, Wisconsin. The town where Hank Aaron started his career playing minor league ball for the Bears of Eau Claire. First pitch, ball outside. Of course, Hank Aaron went on to play for the Milwaukee Braves before they moved to Atlanta. Ball inside, 2-0 now. Greenland looking to get the first hit off of Mestry here this afternoon. Swung on and missed, strike one. 2-1. Strike called. Evens it up at 2-2 now. Nobody out. Top of the fifth inning. Swung on and missed. Strike three. That'll do it for Greenland. So one out. And to bring up the big man, Logan Irvin.
Now batting, number 18, Logan Irvine.
Logan steps in there. Mestry looks in, gets his sign, and fires. Swung on and miss, strike one. Ball misses low. Evens it up at 1-1 now. Wind in the pitch. Curveballs. Drops over for a strike. 2-1 now. Swung on, fouled off. Count remained 1-2. Strike three called. Caught the inside part of the plate. Delayed call by the umpire, so that'll do it for Irvine. 2 out now. And the batter will be Keegan Colchera. First pitch to Colchera is ball high for Mestry. One 0 pitch on its way. Swung on, fly ball towards center field, and he's got it. Nice running catch by Cooney, and that'll do it for Wisconsin in their half of the fifth inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Your score remains Massachusetts 8, Wisconsin nothing. You're listening to Exports Radio and Exports TV. Back in a moment.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
People all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture.
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Welcome back here. We've just sang take me back out to the old ballpark. Paul Plant leading the way. Proud son up here, JP.
He has been looking forward to doing that for a long time.
He has got the crowd worked up here.
He is loving this. I tell you, it is a great atmosphere, and I had a chance to walk around and check on some things, and a lot of people starting to show up, Stanley. People are noticing the video, getting some positive feedback. Social media, we appreciate all of you listening on exportsradio.com and on Exports TV and the Exports Radio Network. We are excited to be able to bring the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Massachusetts obviously has broken things open here, 8-0, and there's a big 0 on the board up there, Stanley.
Yeah, but Mestry's doing a great job pitching. And now Massachusetts will be back up with Kyle Wilson back on the mound for the Wisconsin team. He winds and he fires. Ball inside to Kyle Crocker. Wilson winds and he fires. Ball outside. 2-0 now. Wilson in relief of Levi Shagler. Swung on. There's a shot toward left field. It's going to get down. A line drive right over the third baseman's head. So a leadoff hit by Crocker gives Massachusetts a runner at first. And to bring up Jacob Flynn. 8-0 here. Massachusetts in control. Bottom of the fifth, I believe they've scored 2 runs. It's over with. It's a 10-run rule in effect. Over the other field, JP, we got California 3, Texas 2, and they're in the bottom of the 7th, I believe. Ball gets away. Runner going to go down to second easily on a wild pitch. So Crocker takes a big turn down there at second, but he's going to stay right there. Flynn, the batter. Wilson looks in. Takes a look back at second. Now he winds and fires to the plate. Ball high. 2-0 now. Wisconsin needs to keep them right where they are. And Massachusetts they could end it in this inning. Ball inside. 3-0 now. Strike called. 3-1. Wilson looks back, fires the plate. Flynn fouls it off to the right side. Look out over there. Just over the top of the fence on the right field side. Got to keep heads up. Three-two pitch on its way. Ball low, ball 4, so they'll have 2 runners on with nobody out now at first and second. And Hunter Brazy will be the batter. Runners get their lead. Here's the wind of the pitch. Ball misses. 1-0 now. Wilson looks over to first, back to second. Now he winds and fires the plate. Misses low. 2-0. Swung on, ground ball towards short. Up with it, flips it to second for 1, and they got him at second. Well, the second baseman may have bobbled it just momentarily, but he hung on for the out. But he couldn't turn to the double play, so they'll have runners at first and third now, Massachusetts, here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Vinny grabbed it and flipped it over to second for Moore. And that'll bring up Travis Bach. Swung on and fouled off. First pitch. 0-1 now. One out. Runners at first and third. Massachusetts trying to increase their lead. They're up 8-0. Wisconsin wants to keep them right where they are and get back in the dugout and start hitting. That one's fouled right back at us. 0-2 now. Bach is up there to swing. Travis steps back in. Kyle Wilson on the mound for Wisconsin. Looks in, gets his sign, looks over to third. Now he's ready. Swung on, foul tipped. Greenland couldn't hang on to it. He slaps his glove in anger. Wanted to catch that one. That would have been the third strike. But Travis Bach is still alive out there. 0-2 count now, one out. Here's the wind in the pitch. Ball high, 1-2. Runners at first and third. Massachusetts content to keep the runner at first, not sending him so far. Wisconsin is keeping him close to the base by covering it. It was fouled straight back. So 1-2 count, one out. Wilson at the stretch. He winds and he fires. Swung on and missed, strike three. So Wilson gets a strikeout for out number 2. And he's trying to get the third out and get out of this mess. But Isaiah Mestry, the pitcher, he has different thoughts. He wants to keep his inning alive. First pitch to him, ball inside. They've tied it up 3-3. Texas and California have in about top of the 7th inning. That one hit him. Got away from Wilson and hit him right in the back. So he'll stroll down to first base and that will load him up. Strolling up for Massachusetts will be Drew DiMartino. Well, Drew can do some damage here with the base hit, with the bases loaded, and 2 out. The runners will be going on the crack of the bat. Ball outside, 1-0. Wilson looks in, gets his sign. He winds and he fires. Swung on, out of play. Should say off the net. Good hustle by the bat boy, coming out and retrieving the foul ball and giving another one to the umpire. 1-1 count here. Ball misses. 2-1 on DiMartino. Winds and he fires. Swung on, foul straight back. 2-2 now as he stays alive. Here's the 2-2 pitch on its way. Swung on, ground ball right back up the middle. Nobody can get to it. It goes into center field. 1 run is in. They're going to throw it all the way in, but they're going to cut it off at the pitcher's mound. So Massachusetts gets another run to go up 9-0 now, and the bases are still loaded as that ball was sharply hit right back up the middle off the pitcher's mound into center field. Vinny went over, just could not get to it. So Jacob McNeese, who did damage the last time up, is back up. That one swung off the end of his bat out of play over to the first base side. 9-0. Massachusetts up. One more run and it'll be it. That'll be the ball game. And Texas has now gone up 6-3 on California in the top of the 5th as they scored 5 runs. Ball outside. Ooh, called strike. Caught the corner. 0-2 now. Swung on, ground ball toward third. He's got it. He's going to step on the bag for the 3rd out. And that'll keep him at the 9 runs, so Wisconsin will have a chance to get back into this ball game. We played 5.5. Excuse me, we played 5 going to the top of the 6th inning. Your score, Massachusetts 9, Wisconsin nothing. You're listening to Exports Radio Network. Back in a moment.
Whether you're an all-star athlete or a weekend warrior, don't let pain keep you out of the game. At Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, our orthopedic, spine, and sports medicine experts care for athletes and average folks alike. We're your hometown orthopedics and sports medicine team. Orthopedic excellence has a new name: Southern Tennessee Orthopedic and Spine Centers, Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Winchester.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. The 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. J.P. Plant, Stanley Wilson here with you on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV. The maiden voyage, Exports 1. You're seeing Wisconsin and Massachusetts. On Exports 2, you can catch the ending. Looks like Texas has gone up on California with 5 runs, Stanley, in the 7th. And they now have a 6-3 lead, as California will go to bat in the bottom of the 7th. You can watch that on Exports TV 2. Just go to exportsradio.com and click on Watch Live, and you can find both TV channels. First pitch here in the top of the 6th is popped into shallow left center. And catch is made for 1 out.
Mystery working a masterpiece here.
Yes, he is.
Not allowed a run nor a hit, and his defense behind him has not committed an error.
There's a strike.
And he's still looking sharp at late in the game.
23, Isaiah Mestry, righty, has found the groove. That one's a little low for a ball. 1-1 the count. No runs, no hits, 4 errors for Wisconsin. There's the pitch, grounder, little chopper back towards the mound. Mestry up with it. On to first, to Walker. And second out of the inning. For Massachusetts, they have 9 runs on 6 hits and no errors. 2 runs in the 2nd, 6 in the 4th, and 1 in the 5th.
This game update brought to you by Express Med. If you're sick, we're quick.
There's a pitch. Strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count.
Noah Hansen, the batter, left-hander for Wisconsin. Mestry going to step off.
Stanley, it's now 8-3 Texas.
Yeah, they're still batting.
They sure are. 7 runs now in the 7th. There's a pitch strike. Our game here on Denver Trap. Tom Cruise Field, where Lawrence County High School plays. And then Denver Trap, the home of Lawrenceburg Babe Ruth. That pitch is outside for a ball. 1-2. Here's Mestry. Swing and a miss. Got him swinging. 1-2-3 goes Wisconsin in the 6th. The bottom of the 6th coming up. A masterpiece from Mestry. They lead it 9-0. You're watching and listening to Exports Radio Network and Exports TV, the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Back after this.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
On serving the community. They've done so for 23 years. From GMC to Chevrolet and we're to back Buick. to Lawrenceburg. Heritage Automotive is committed
World
to
Series.
providing
JP
first-class
Stanley
service
Wilson here
with
with
a
you.
hometown
Head to
feel.
the bottom
Heritage
of the
Automotive
sixth,
wants to
9-0,
congratulate their hometown
Massachusetts.
boys and the
With the
rest
lead
of the Babe Ruth
over
World
Eau
Series
Claire,
participants.
Wisconsin.
Heritage
First
Automotive,
game for both of these
22-21,
teams is
North Locust,
game 2 of the tournament, game 1 on this
Heritage
field.
Automotive.
Later tonight, Stanley,
Expect
we've got
more.
the host team from
Experience
Lawrenceburg
the
on Denver Trap right
Live
here
from
at 8
Lawrenceburg in the
o'clock. They will take
2015
on
Babe
Fargo,
Ruth
North
World
Dakota.
Series.
And
With
at the
Stanley
same
Wilson,
time,
here's JP Plant.
Tom Cruise
Done
Field,
so
the East
for
Tennessee
23
champs
years.
From
From
Giles
GMC
County,
to
Pulaski,
Chevrolet
Tennessee. And we're
to
back
Buick.
to Lawrenceburg.
Heritage Automotive is
2015
committed
World
to
Series.
providing
JP Plant,
first-class
Stanley Wilson
service
here
with
with
a
you.
hometown
To
feel.
the bottom
Heritage
of the
Automotive
sixth,
wants to
9.
congratulate.
Opening ceremonies around 6:30 tonight. We'll have a little break in action here this afternoon. First pitch is inside for a ball. As Kyle Wilson on the mound for Eau Claire. 2-0. Jack Cooney at the plate. Cooney 1 for 3 today with an RBI. So that pitch is a ball, 3-0. Here's the 3-0. It's actually, outside for a ball. Looked like the umpire wanted to pull the trigger.
Yeah, he did, and he backed it back out for ball 4. Here's Brett Murphy, the catcher for the Massachusetts team.
There's a pitch from Wilson lifted into right center field. Going back is Koska. Makes the catch, and retreating is Kaleberg. Back to first, or rather Cooney back to first, where Kaleberg is standing. Nice running catch by Koska out in center field.
It sure was. He had to go toward the right field, and he got on his horse and ran it down. Giddy up.
There's a ground to the right side. Scooped up by Wilson and throws to first. A nice move by Kaleberg.
Well, Kyle thought about going to second base, and then he turned around, and he may have gotten in more rush than he needed to, but he got the out at first. So 2 out with a runner at second.
Pitch is inside for a ball, 1-0. Runner at second is Cooney. That pitch gets past Greenland. Running third, Cooney. Here comes the throw. Not in time. Gets past Ben Grunson. Cooney going to make his way home. The throw not in time as he slides around.
That'll be the ball game.
And that will be the ball game. As you mentioned, Stanley, the 10-run rule, Massachusetts in 6 innings wins it 10-0. And Stanley, a no-hitter for Isaiah Mestry.
Pitched a gem of a game out there. And I will go on and say that the first volunteer bank player of the game is going to be
Isaiah Mestry.
Yep, Isaiah Mestry.
And the line, Stanley on Mestry, just one walk away from a perfect game.
Good defense behind him too, JP.
Yep. So no runs, no hits, one walk, 8 strikeouts, the numbers for Isaiah Mestry as Massachusetts, Pittsfield, Massachusetts defeats Eau Claire, Wisconsin 10-0 to finish off Game 2 of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. We'll take a timeout, be back to wrap this one up. You're watching and listening to the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV's coverage of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series from beautiful Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Back after this.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
There are many reasons to see Lawrence County, Tennessee. See it for the nature. See it for the culture. See it for the history. See it for the recreation. See it live. Lawrence County, Tennessee. Simple pleasures, natural treasures. For more information on Lawrence County tourism, visit sealawco.com or contact the Lawrence County Chamber of Commerce.
Main Street Lawrenceburg is proud to support the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Downtown is in the midst of an incredible revitalization led by Daryl Valentine and the Main Street Board in an effort to make downtown the heartbeat of the city. Come join us downtown where you'll find many shops and restaurants for folks of all ages, streets full of history, and much more. Visit MainStreetLawrenceburgTN.com. On behalf of Daryl Valentine and myself, April Judkins, Main Street Lawrenceburg Director, we hope to see you downtown.
Why do people all over the Tennessee Valley love Story and Lee furniture?
I haven't found anything in the whole Tennessee Valley that's the size of Story and Lee.
We know when we come into Story and Lee, we're going to get good quality furniture. We know we're going to get a great price.
With over 144,000 square feet of furniture to choose from, it's the largest furniture store in the Tennessee Valley.
When we go look other places, we always wind up back here for a better buy.
You gotta come see Story and Lee.
Story and Lee Furniture in Leoma, Tennessee.
Welcome back to Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, as Pittsfield, Massachusetts, with a big win in their opening game over Eau Claire, Wisconsin, 10-0. A masterpiece from Isaiah Mestry, a no-hitter in 6 innings, as Pittsfield, Mass now 1-0, Eau Claire, Wisconsin 0-1. And Stanley, let's take a look at our final stats.
All right, this game summary brought to you by the Summit at Home, helping individuals live independently at home. For the Ohio Valley champions, the Eau Claire, Wisconsin Coxa, nobody got a hit. The only runner allowed by Mestry was Greenland, the catcher. He got on by a walk, and basically he pitched a masterpiece, and they had good defense. So
yeah, it doesn't take long to run down the hitting stats for Ohio Valley based on Mestry.
Ryan Vinny was named the player of the game for Wisconsin, so congratulations to him.
The Ron Tellefson player of the game, and Isaiah Mestry, the Ron Tellefson player of the game for Pittsfield, Mass. Looking at New England, Stanley?
Mestry led off. He went 0 for 2. DiMartino went 2 for 2 with 3 RBIs. McNeese went 1 for 3 with a big hit. He scored a run and drove in 2 runs. Cooney went 1 for 3 with 2 runs scored with an RBI. Murphy went 0 for 3. Crowdry went 0 for 3 with 1 run scored. Santos 0 for 1. Flynn 0 for 1. Walker 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and an RBI. Whiteley 0 for 1 with 1 run scored after a walk. Crocker 1 for 1 with 1 run scored. Brazzi 0 for 1 and Bach 0 for 1. And that'll do it for the New England team.
So there's a look at your stats. Your game summary brought to you by Summit at Home, helping individuals live independently at home. All right, play of the game, Stanley.
I think it was McNeese that got the big hit there that scored the 2 runs, but give credit to DiMartino also with 3 big RBIs as they scored 10 runs and they 10-run ruled.
In the 6th inning, yep. All right, so Massachusetts with the win, no-hitter for Mestry, and Massachusetts will be in action next tomorrow night at 8 o'clock against the host team from Lawrenceburg and Lawrence County. That'll be right here on Denver Trap Field. So Massachusetts will be back here with the late game tomorrow night, and that should be an interesting matchup. Maybe 2 of the front runners coming into the game. Pittsfield, Mass, of course, Stanley 5-0 at the New England Regional, and of course the host team from Lawrence County and Lawrenceburg, having gone to back-to-back World Series, qualifying the previous 2 years, runners-up as 13s in Williston, North Dakota, and they are here as the host and one of the prohibited favorites, I think, for this World Series. So it should be an interesting matchup tomorrow night. Eau Claire, Wisconsin, will kick things off at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon against Williamsport, West End, Pennsylvania. That game will be on Tom Cruise Field. And you can listen to that locally on radio at 105.3 The X. And, of course, streaming online at exportsradio.com, and watch the video stream also on Exports TV via exportsradio.com. And the Fargo-Lawrence County game tomorrow night, the Pittsfield, Mass, Lawrence County game tomorrow night will be locally on 98.3. And, of course, it will be on Exports TV as well. All right, well, that's going to about wrap it up for this game. We are actually going to take a break in our radio and our TV coverage, as we've got a little over an hour before the opening ceremonies will begin. So they'll get the field ready for that. And the Texas-California game has concluded, as Texas came back and won that game with 7 runs in the 7th inning. So we'll have,
I believe their final score is 8-3.
8-3. Yep, they were down 3-1, and so they will have a break over there as well. So we're going to take a timeout. And this tournament recap, by the way, brought to you by State Farm agent Brad Nielsen. For all your auto, home, or life insurance needs, call Brad Nielsen at 931-762-8181. All right, we want to thank Valentine Enterprises and First Tennessee Bank, our presenting sponsors for Exports TV's coverage of the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. We'll take a timeout. We will be back on Exports TV 1 around 6:30 with live coverage of the opening ceremonies from the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series, followed by the host team from Lawrence County. They open their play against Fargo, North Dakota on Exports TV 2 at 8 o'clock. The East Tennessee champs from Giles County will take on the team from Sarasota, Florida, the Southeast champs. That's also at 8 o'clock. Until then, for Stanley Wilson and Kyle Johnson, our director, camera operators Darian and A.J. McCroskey, I'm J.P. Plant, saying so long from Lawrenceburg in the 2015 Babe Ruth World Series. Once again, your final score: Pittsfield, Massachusetts 10, Eau Claire, Wisconsin nothing. This has been a PSEC presentation on the Exports Radio Network and Exports TV, the heart of local sports.